Thanks for tuning in.
Our Utah trip showed us that we're capable of doing this alternative living thing, which gave us the motivation we needed to install our last window, create a kitchen sink, and give the interior some TLC. We are getting down to the wire on the build, and we know we could do things differently, definitely better, but we're going to remind ourselves to be satisfied. We waited months and months and more months for our window to arrive. Bryce had some strong feelings about it.
Yeah, I just watched a video on it, and they also said that it only opens like 2 inches. So it's like, what's the point of spending $1,000 on the window? I don't know.
Once we got over our saltiness, we got straight into the install. This window was a little nicer to install than our other windows, because it was more of a factory window for our van, and the sliding door already has an outline of where the window should be cut out. But to go the extra measure, we cut out a cardboard template. That way we make sure it lines up and to create the correct curvature of the corners. After marking up the space, we used a jigsaw to cut it out. And while we cut, we used tape to help the paint not get scratched and to temporarily hold the window in place so it doesn't just fall out. I think cutting holes into something is always nerve-wracking, and I'm glad that Bryce was the one doing it.
Wow! There's a hole!
Oh my god.
This turned out to be a giant hole, and it was weird to see.
Alright, we're done.
Perfect!
Put plexiglass over it. No, just do this to steal our stuff.
But after having some time to soak in what we have done, we placed the window in and it seemed to fit. Cleaned up the glass and then screwed it into place.
That looks really good.
And it turned out awesome.
Glad that's over.
We were pretty excited to have some extra light shining through. Our next major addition to address was our sink. Using wash bins has been fun, but we have really been looking forward to having a real sink. We had even been trying to mock up and visualize what it would be like to have one. Bryce started this project by cutting the countertops, and then I got the sink template ready. It definitely was one of the harder projects to work on, but we were able to find a small bar sink and the perfect faucet to utilize, not only for washing dishes, but also for rinsing off outside. He then sanded and used a router to soften the edges. Wow, that is smooth. That looks really nice. I still think it smells like Dairy Queen ice cream.
That's frightening.
Maybe I'm just hungry. After Bryce got all the pieces cut and sanded, I stained them and used polyurethane to seal it. After they had some time to set and dry, we attached the sink to the countertop. Next on our list was to tackle the base of the sink. After we got all the sides built, we were able to attach the top, and it was amazing to see it all come together. We then tested out the hinges for the side counter. Because you know how much that would suck. Screw it right into the top of the sink. Fucking A. No way. Oh, you fooled me.
That was a good one.
Then transformed the look with some nice teal paint. Once the aesthetic was complete, we were ready to test this baby out. Well, you hear water.
Oh shit. Oh, shut up.
And it was a good thing we did before fully installing it. We did get it to work the first time on our Great Lakes trip, which was wonderful. How excited are you about this?
I'm pretty excited. It's leaked before. I've never really done plumbing. There's a lot to do here.
Whoa! Whoa!
Pretty pumped.
Wow, there's water coming out of that.
It's like magic.
Wow. We don't have to use aquatainers anymore.
Not as many.
Well, not up there.
Yeah, not up there anymore, which is great.
Keenan, how excited are you? Are you really excited? I can't help you with your ball. Sorry. Lastly, Bryce will give you a rundown on how he got this contraption to work.
All right, so this is what we got going on underneath our sink. That's an accumulator, that weird kind of black thing here. And that basically just gets pressurized and keeps pressure. So it allows your water to not have that pop and gurgle and sort of thing when you turn it on every time. And then we have our water pump. This is just a standard water pump. I followed Far Out Ride's guide. Super helpful. Thank you for putting that together. And then this is just a simple little water filter to keep junk out of it. And then I just got these are like 7-gallon jugs from Aquatainer. They're kind of like the taller, thinner style, so they kind of fit in here better than the square boxy ones that they normally have. And so for this one, you can get like these RV drains. That's all this is. You can get these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. And then I put this brass quick connect fitting on it, which has been super helpful. And then the other one, I tried like a normal hose. The other hose was awful. So then I used this RV white hose, which I thought was total bullshit marketing, but actually it just makes the water not taste funky or anything. So it was definitely worth the money. And then I put another brass fitting on that, and then that threads all the way down into this jug so you can suck up water from the bottom of it. Right now our power is gone. Normally we would go to this switch up here and be able to turn on the power. But our Titan is dead. So until that comes back, we don't have power to actually show you how this all works. But yeah, it works pretty good.
After adding some major components to the van, we thought it was only fair that we gave some extra love to our overhead shelf. Paint makes everything look better, right? Maybe this thing can't get any prettier, but at least it blends into the wall a little better and makes our eyes a little less sore when staring at it. While we were at it, we thought giving our garage space some nice color would help with the overall cohesiveness of the van. The paint definitely helped. With the van in some sort of living condition, we hit the road not for a week or two, but for a whole month this time. We got to take our journey around the Great Lakes and got to see tons of family and friends. Come tag along with us to get to see all the spectacular views. We can't wait to see you then.